AWB's 2021 Manufacturing Week is presented by Primera.
I'm sorry, sir. You forgot this.
Wait, you...
Customer service.
Your employees work hard for you. Give them a health plan that works harder for them. From Primera Blue Cross, with more options to fit your business needs and budget. Because your employees depend on it. Find your plan at business.primera.com.
It's day 6 of the AWB 2021 Manufacturing Tour. It's our final day. 1,000 plus miles, 25 stops, an award to hand out, and some really cool companies to see. Hey, welcome on back to the last day of the 2021 Manufacturing Tour. What a great tour it's been. Many thanks to our friends at Primera for being in our corner to be in your corner to make this possible. We're now off to Washington State University Tri-Cities for an exciting look. Come join us.
Really welcome to WSU Tri-Cities and the new collaboration hall. We're so excited. We always love to show off this building. We're known as a STEM-heavy campus. We focus in on STEM disciplines, and the big reason why we focus on STEM disciplines is because this area is full of STEM-related jobs. So we are really preparing students for the workforce. This building has been a dream for a long time. Every science lab that we have is in this building, and therefore every student that comes to us as a freshman will go through this building. The other thing we're very proud of this building is that the legislature gave us $30 million to build this building, and we spent every dime of that money on students. There's not an administrative office in this building, and there's not a faculty office in this building. It is totally for students. This is one of our active learning classrooms. All of this furniture is mobile. You can put it in just about any configuration you want, but students are in small groups. Anything that happens on these screens happens on all the screens around the room. They can actually hook up to these screens, and then there are whiteboards on the sides of the rooms so that students can actually work together on the whiteboards. We have a lot of spaces for students to gather and collaborate and study. And one of the things we wanted to do is make sure that in those collaboration and study spaces, we gave them tools. And so you'll see the nice whiteboards around, and students are free to use these all the time. They can study in groups. They can just write on the whiteboard and try to figure out that equation that was just presented to them. Whatever they need to do, the tools are here for them to study in this building.
Thank you, Chancellor Sandra Haynes, for hosting us at Washington State University Tri-Cities. Now we're off to present the 2021 Manufacturing Excellence Award in Green Manufacturing. A special treat is to present I think our most coveted award and our final award to present on our manufacturing tour, and it's our Manufacturing Excellence Award in Green. We're a state that has so much pride about green manufacturing and green leadership along the way. And so we have the highest amount of entries in this award that we do of each of the awards. And I want to make sure I share with you about why we've got this focus. It's about recognizing manufacturers that have maximized energy efficiency levels, gone above and beyond the regulatory requirements to meet those levels, minimized waste from the production process, and reduced its carbon footprint. And I think this year's award winner reflects the ones that have been with us in the past when we were at Great Western Malting, for example, which think about how malting is used. They reduced their water consumption 97%, for example. That's another excellence here. Today, we get to talk about the SHAPE program at the Pacific Northwest National Laboratory. That stands for Shear Assisted Processing and Extrusion Process. And so they have done a number of things that really stood out to the judges this year, from a process on manufacturing materials to reduce the need for heating and melting. So reducing the amount of energy needed there along the way. To reduce their consumption in that process by 50+%. Not necessarily an easy task to do. And so here to accept the award on behalf of the SHAPE program and the Pacific Northwest National Laboratory is Cindy Powell, who's the Chief S&T, Science and Technology Officer for Pacific Northwest National Lab. So it's our honor to present you the Manufacturing Excellence Award in Green for 2021. Congratulations.
Yes. So thank you, Chris. On behalf of all of the scientists and engineers at the Pacific Northwest National Laboratory who had a role in discovering and developing the shear-assisted processing and technology, also known as SHAPE process, we're really honored to receive this award, and really want to thank you. And I just also want to introduce a couple of the key folks who were part of the SHAPE development. So I want to introduce first Dr. Scott Whalen. We call Scott Mr. SHAPE, and he has had a huge impact on the development of the SHAPE process. And his partner in innovation is Dr. Mohamed Reza Irabi, who has been also a key in the development of this technology.
Congratulations.
Yes, indeed. So, as you've already heard, SHAPE is a truly innovative approach to metals manufacture. It can both be a lot cheaper because of that reduction in energy consumption, a lot greener, as well as produce better metal products. So we're really excited about this technology, and I just want to give you an example of what SHAPE can do from some of our recent research. So high-strength aluminum is a high-performance aluminum alloy that is used mostly just by the aerospace industry and defense industry right now because it's really hard to manufacture, and as a result, it's very expensive. In some of our recent research with SHAPE, we have been able to demonstrate that using the SHAPE process, we can accelerate the manufacture of these high-strength aluminum components by 10 times, and in the process, reduce the energy consumption by 70%. So this reduction in energy consumption obviously reduces the greenhouse gas emissions. It also reduces the cost of the alloy. And so now we can start to think about how we might be able to use this alloy in a lot of other applications, to include things like lighter weight, much more efficient passenger vehicles. So we're really excited about that innovation, really excited about the potential for the SHAPE technology. I want to thank the Department of Energy Vehicle Technologies Office, as well as the Advanced Manufacturing Office, and also the State Clean Energy Fund for the investments that they have made that have made this technology development possible. Yes.
We as Tri-Citians always know that PNNL is best of class. And it's really great to see that the entire employer community thinks you're best of class this year with the SHAPE program and at the Green Award with SHAPE. So congratulations on winning this. It's a big deal. Congratulations.
Yes, thank you. It is a big deal.
Congratulations again to PNNL for being the 2021 Manufacturing Excellence Award in Green Manufacturing. And congrats to Beta Hatch and Swire Coca-Cola for being finalists as well. Thanks to Patel for being today's show sponsor. And of course, a huge thanks to all of our sponsors who helped make this entire bus tour possible. Primera in your corner, The Boeing Company, Amazon, Cascade Natural Gas, Avista Corporation, Walmart, Alaska Airlines, Patel, Google, Swire Coca-Cola, and Banner Bank. You've been our great partners in making the 2021 manufacturing tour happen. Next up is a manufacturer who has a mission to heal people all across the globe. Let's go take a look at Sign Fracture Care.
We're a nonprofit organization. We were founded in January of 1999. We serve the surgeons in developing countries by providing them with the education and the implants they need to be able to take care of their own patients. So what we're providing to these patients is the opportunity to have that surgery, and we donate the implant to their hospital once the surgeons have gone through our training program. The surgeons that we train are mostly, we equip them mostly to do long bone fracture care. So that's your humerus, your femur, and tibia, your long limbs. The impact of our organization to date is almost 360,000 patients have been healed. We're in nearly 400 hospitals and in 55 developing countries. We have 41 employees, and this year we'll distribute over 30,000 nails, which means 30,000 patients are going to be served this year. So we're really pleased that you got to visit McKay, because they're a new vendor for us and they've done a wonderful job manufacturing our L handles, and we're looking to talk with them more about other products that can help us with our outsourcing plans.
90% of what we do is long bone nailing. Most of the bones we do now are femur. This instrument, this is the L handle that McKay's been making for us, which we don't have welding capability, and this is a welded piece. So we're really grateful that they're helping us out.
I think, there's a lot of ego when it comes to manufacturing. Certainly there's talent involved, and when we come here to do this, we're not competing with each other. We are on a common mission. Once a month we have a all-staff meeting where we get to watch videos of patients we're helping, how we're impacting the world. So it's very rewarding, and everyone that works here buys into that vision. It's much more than just making parts for profit.
Thank you, Sign Up for Care International.
So every time I see this video and I see our logo on that instrument tray, I get all teary-eyed, because this is what we do every day. I mean, we're here to support the sign surgeons so that patients like that young boy get to have a new life.
We're leaving sign manufacturing and off to Columbia Basin College, where the next generation of workforce is underway. Let's go take a look.
First of all, thank you for coming to Columbia Basin College, and we'll show you our ag program. We're really proud of it. I'm Rod Taylor, the Dean for Math, Science, and Engineering, and I get to work with these fine folks. Sonia is going to talk to you about the fields a little bit. Jason's going to talk to you about the equipment we use and our drones, and Karen's going to follow it up with a trip through the greenhouse and a little activity. So I think you'll enjoy it. I think you'll get a good feel for what we do and how we serve students.
We have 10 acres farm on campus and 15 acres off campus. So we give a lot of hands-on training to our students. We basically make sure like whatever grows in this area is being grown here. We also provide them some research activities so they can get breeding aspects basically on the breeding program. So we have a lot of good collaborations. Our program is a lot supported by this local ag industry.
In addition to the field activities, we've got a lot of technology here that we're incorporating into our production degree. So as the students learn about the different components of the drone, we'll actually be assembling the drone in class. One of the other components that we have here is actually a first-person view goggle set with it. So these drones will actually have a camera mounted in front of it, and you'll see what that drone sees. So what we often use these for is aerial imaging.
What we have here is just a very simple experiment where we are comparing two different fertilizers on mums with a control to see which one will start the flowering fastest. I do this because a lot of them come in not understanding the scientific method. They don't know how to do scientific research. They don't see the correlation between collecting data and the results that are reported. And so we start here to give them an activity to start learning that, and then we apply it to researching and reviewing peer-reviewed articles, journals. We have seminars and debates, that kind of thing.
We're joined today by Representative Matt Banke, the co-chair of the best legislation that passed, figuratively and literally maybe this last legislative session. Representative Banke, tell us about the best manufacturing.
Well, the best, and I appreciate the opportunity to be here with you today, the best means better economic strength through Manufacturing Act, and we had an opportunity to reach out to people in several different sectors and say, what do we need to do coming out of COVID? What do we need to do to lead the nation in manufacturing? And we built that on 4 different premises of research development, of technical workforce of the future, to reaching out to current manufacturers and seeing where we can do that and be leaders with women and minority groups and lead our nation out of this area of COVID into, I think, a more prosperous time and making Washington #1 in manufacturing. I think it'd be huge. I think it's the impact on every family member across the board, whether it's good paying jobs, wage that would be out here, homes that would be increased in our community, and bringing families back together. I think it bridges that gap to where people are divided in our nation right now, and it brings that not only symbolism, but actual action that government can bring to a small community, into a rural community across the state, and showcase our leadership bills that we need to have.
Leadership in a pandemic to build a stronger economy. Thank you.
Sir, thank you very much.
What a great tour of the agriculture program at Columbia Basin College. Speaking of agriculture, we're off to Frichette Winery to enjoy some really good agriculture.
So that's Red Mountain. Red Mountain used to be the smallest AWB in the entire state of Washington until Candy Mountain came along. But it's just a little over 4,000 acres. And you guys probably know the wine grapes here on Red Mountain cost more than any grapes in the entire state of Washington. Mother Nature gives us the perfect elements to make insanely beautiful, intense, and bold wines. And people love wines that are full of flavor and intensity, and Red Mountain is where it is. Let's pop over to the crush pad. Once the berries are taken off, we throw in the yeast, and the yeast eats the sugar and turns it into alcohol. And in 6 days, we have wine. So when 6 days are up, we then have to squeeze the juice off the skins, which is what we're doing today. So my husband and my partner in crime back here, Greg Frichette, he is head winemaker here.
We can handle just about 45 ton of fruit every year, which we crush the stem, we press, ferment, and age on site here on our little mom and pop shop of a winery.
So there are about 24 cases of wine in this barrel. So 24 cases times 12 bottles. Do the math on that. Yeah, wow. So less than 300 is where we are. Yeah, most of our wine is sold out of our tasting room. And through our wine club, we have less than 2% of our wines going into the retail market. But I love being here, and I love just being involved. I really enjoy being here in the Tri-Cities.
Thank you, Shay and Greg Frichette, for hosting us. We had a great time. Speaking of manufacturing, let's go take a look at Walmart's open call.
Every one of you are going to open call. Every one of you. Wow.
Thank you. Welcome to Walmart Open Call 2021.
Today is just the beginning.
It's truly the greatest day of the year for all merchants.
This is one of my favorite days of the year, and it's also one of the favorite days for Walmart and Sam's Club.
Despite our age and size, we still have an entrepreneurial spirit that comes from our founder, Sam Walton.
Our new 10-year commitment to supporting American jobs gives the company an opportunity to do just that and to become a beacon for business.
Investing in the U.S. supports jobs, small businesses, and diverse suppliers.
Open Call is super important because it allows us to see regionally relevant products that help us reflect the communities that we serve.
This is a point of pride for us at Walmart, knowing that buying even one new product can mean dozens, hundreds, or thousands of jobs in a U.S. community.
At Sam's Club, we want our members to love our items. It's why they choose to shop with us.
The products we get to see and how they're made are something these companies are really proud of.
We are on this journey together. We cannot do this without you. And I hope to see your products on the shelves of our stores, our clubs, and online.
Thanks, Walmart, for your commitment to manufacturing in the United States and here in Washington State. We're off to see a great company, Rainier Fruit.
You're at Zirkle Fruit, which is the home of Rainier Fruit Company, which is our sales desk. We're family owned. We've been here since 1890s. We grow just about every variety of apple, pear and cherry, and blueberry, and market it all over the world. Okay, we have 4 packing lines. We have 2 right here that are both organic, and we have 2 more to the north of us that are conventional. And you can see from the yellow color that some of them have, they got a little hit by the sun this year. It was very, very hot. That dryer really is for if we put wax on, so it dries the wax. We have 2 shifts a day, 8 hours each. Until a few years ago, all these apples used to be hand sorted. This has all been changed with the advent of these new computer sorter defect sorters. That box that says Spectrum, there is a whole bunch of cameras taking hundreds of pictures a second. So most of the jobs in here, is moving away from just manual labor. Now it's into operators. They're managing machines. As we move into more of an automated or semi-automated deal, we need that skilled labor. That next deck up there is sorting these boxes to each size and grade that we want to stack up on each pallet. And they go along and they get those robots will stack them up. They don't care about the cold. And they're very precise, as they say. So this variety is kind of unique. This is our own variety. It's called Lady Alice. Yeah, this was named after my grandmother. Yeah, it's a chance seedling found by a local grower. Our manager said, well, my dad grows this crazy variety and you can check it out. And so he did and liked it and propagated it, and here we are.
What a great 2021 manufacturing tour we've had. We just wrapped it up, visited our last stop, Zirkle Fruit. When I think about great manufacturing products, one of the things I think about are apples. It's been an amazing tour visiting manufacturers all across the state of Washington, seeing young people and exciting them about the careers of today and tomorrow, seeing amazing technology that exists in all these types of manufacturers all across the state throughout all types of industries. And last but not least, we've been out celebrating the goal of doubling manufacturing in our state of Washington. Only imagine if we could double the number of women and men working in manufacturing. Only imagine if we could double the number of small businesses, women-owned and ethnically owned manufacturers right here in the state of Washington. We're going to do so, according to the legislature, in the next 10 years. Join us next year for our 2022 manufacturing tour. Many thanks to our sponsors, and a big shout out to our amazing staff. It's been a long 6 days. We couldn't have done this without you. Thank you. You guys rock.
Goodbye, 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 goodbye.